Distinguished participants of the International Conference on Quality in Higher Education 2014, I am Dr. İsmail Yaman from 19 Mayıs University, Samsun, Faculty of Education ELT program. In this session, I'm going to present some suggestions to enhance the quality of the ELT, English Language Teaching programs at Turkish universities. The teaching of English language is attached so much importance in the Turkish educational system that it is currently started at the very beginning of the primary education, as of the second grade in the new 4+4+4 system. This high importance of the issue necessitates a satisfying level of quality in English education at all levels, ranging from primary to tertiary phase. Under this framework, the training of the English language teachers undertakes a quite significant role. Therefore, the available English language teaching programs at Turkish universities take on the serious responsibility of educating the future English language teachers who are expected to teach the future generations in terms of English language. However, it's not possible to say that everything in these programs goes flawless. And in this session, I'm going to try to present some suggestions to enhance the quality in these programs. In the Turkish university education system, there are distinct programs based on the English language. These are the English language teaching programs. We abbreviate it as ELT. Which actually carry out the training of the prospective English language teachers. English translation and interpreting programs, English linguistics, English language and literature, and American culture and literature. These are distinct programs. Although the ELT programs constitute the only pure source of English language teachers, the graduates of other mentioned programs become English language teachers, provided that they complete a pedagogical formation program successfully. And in Turkey, the leading universities about this program, the ELT program, are like Bosphorus, Middle East Technical University, Hacettepe, Istanbul, Gazi. These are among the leading universities. And currently, the number of the universities with an active ELT program has reached 55 in Turkey, according to the data of 2014, this year, the total number. But in 2004, 10 years ago, this number was 28. These figures apparently show that the number of the programs has doubled in the last decade, and this figure is expected to rise in the coming years with the opening of new state and foundation universities. As the quantity of universities and ELT programs increases, the quality and standards of education are also expected to increase with each passing day. There has certainly been a considerable amount of progress. However, there are undeniable problems and shortcomings embedded in the running system of these programs. And the main question here is whether quality accompanies quantity or not. And in this study, we're going to try to present our suggestions by identifying some main problems and by offering solutions. The first problem is coming about the curriculum followed in the ELT programs. All of the programs in Turkish universities follow a framework curriculum determined by the Higher Education Council. And this brings a certain level of standardization. Okay, however, there are two major problems about the current application of the problem. The first problem is the existence of some courses delivered in Turkish by the instructors of the Department of Educational Sciences. And these courses are like Introduction to Educational Sciences, educational psychology, classroom management, guidance, Turkish education system and school management. These are examples. Likewise, the course assessment and evaluation is delivered in Turkish also in the 6th semester, and the similar course assessment and evaluation in the foreign language teaching is delivered in English in the 8th semester. And this gives the impression that testing or assessment is carried out in different ways in both languages. The language of instruction in the ELT programs is automatically English. Therefore, there is no need to deliver such courses in Turkish. The teaching staff in the ELT programs is also specialized in the field of education and educational sciences, and they can readily offer these courses in English. This will also raise the extent to which the undergraduate students are exposed to the English language, which is their target language, which is also expected to enhance their professional development. Thus, the course assessment and evaluation that is normally offered in Turkish can be extracted from the curriculum, and assessment and evaluation in foreign language teaching can be extended to 2 semesters. In addition to these points, the curriculum should be enriched with the participation of new elective courses. Elective courses should be open to change, and they should be named and shaped in accordance with the changing conditions and circumstances. For instance, an elective course on the Common European Framework, which is an important document in terms of foreign language teaching now. This course, it's an example, and it can be a good complementary tool for the related courses on materials design and course development. Again, related with the curriculum followed in the ELT programs, I suggest that the period allocated to school experience and teaching practice be extended. In the current system, school experience is covered in the 7th semester, and teaching practice is covered in the 8th semester. Instead of being left to the last year of the undergraduate education, these 2 highly important opportunities of practicum should be increased and covered as of the 3rd or 4th semesters. No matter what they learn as a university student, every teacher develops a personal teaching style in the classroom where they are in front of their real students. Therefore, ELT students who are as prospective English language teachers should be given broader opportunities to breathe the air of the classroom and should be enabled to shape their original styles through first-hand observations and subsequent teaching practices. As Turkey is an EFL country, English as a foreign language. English is our foreign language, not second language. It's quite normal in our country to encounter problems about authenticity in the process of developing language skills. So this disadvantage can somehow be compensated in terms of reading, writing, and listening skills, especially with the help of internet. However, speaking skill is more demanding to develop in EFL context, and it's really hard for non-native English-speaking teachers to motivate students to speak in English, even in ELT programs. So, at this point, the dichotomy of nests and non-nests comes to the agenda. Native English-speaking teachers and non-native English-speaking teachers. Yes, these 2 naturally differ from each other remarkably in many respects. But the important thing here is making utmost use of the strengths of both parties. Therefore, the employment of native speaking instructors can bring serious advantages, considering especially the development of oral skills. Native speaker instructors can not only constitute an ideal model in view of speaking, but also pose a good helper in developing intercultural competence in students. In most of the ELT programs in Turkish universities, there are Fulbright assistants or short-term working native speaker instructors. But instead of short-term ones, ELT programs can make better use of long-term working native speaker instructors who are familiar with the Turkish educational system and the characteristics, needs, and expectations of the students. Briefly, ELT programs in Turkey need at least one experienced native speaker instructor to raise the potential of the offered education. Yes, our next suggestion is about the student exchange programs. Authentic experiences are quite important in terms of broadening the horizons of the students. A new university, a new city, a new country can offer many plus points for ELT students. Accordingly, student exchange programs like Farabi, Mevlana, and Erasmus hold a strong potential of rich opportunities. And the country and university alternatives provided under special international Erasmus and Mevlana exchange programs should be broadened each year to address as many students as possible. This is important for the students of all programs. However, as prospective language teachers, ELT undergraduate students need an overseas experience much more than other students. Yes, our next suggestion is about teaching English to very young learners. As of the 2012 and 13 school year, a new system was launched, 4 plus 4 plus 4, in Turkish educational system. And according to this new system, English course begins in the second grade of the primary education. And this means that English language teachers are expected to address children of age 7 and 8. And naturally, teaching English to a child at the age of 7 and an adolescent at the age of 17 shows radical differences. Communicating with little children and teaching a totally new language to them requires a special talent and flexibility. Therefore, at the undergraduate level, specialization alternatives can be provided for ELT students through elective courses, especially for those who are real volunteers to teach when they begin their professional lives, to teach very young children. And the last point I'm going to cover is about the professional development of the academic staff. The number of both state and foundation universities and active ELT programs is on the increase, as we mentioned earlier. Nevertheless, quantity should not be allowed to shadow quality. And so we should maximize the quality also. And to this end, the professional development of the academic staff should be strongly encouraged and supported. Their regular participation in the academic events like national and international symposiums, conferences, and workshops is quite important. Likewise, their participation in international organizations like INGET, IATAFL, and TESOL, this is also very important. And they should also be strongly encouraged to produce scholarly publication on a regular basis. This will bring them invaluable contributions. To sum up, in this session, I've tried to identify some specific problems that pose a barrier for the quality of the ELT programs at Turkish universities. In terms of focusing on physical problems, I have tried to put the human factor in the very center of the issue, and therefore my suggestions have been presented with the aim of helping both students and academic staff throughout the whole education process. And their personal and professional development should be attached utmost importance. And under this framework, the suggestions I have presented about the curriculum, the employment of native speaker instructors, student exchange programs, teaching English to very young learners, and the participation of the academic staff in various academic events are expected to make contributions to the quality standards of the ELT programs at Turkish universities. Thank you for your attention. Thank you for listening.